The end of 2022 is upon us. In this video, I'm going to discuss the key areas of our lives that we must review in order to have a good start, and a very good start for that matter, in the year 2023. Hi, my name is Mabel, hence this channel is called Ask Auntie Mabel. Today, I'm going to share the 3 key areas of our lives that we must review reflectively and critically in order to be prepared for the year 2023 and in order to have a very amazing year in 2023. In the saying of our popular Jim Rohns, whom I was privileged to sit in front of him in several occasions, he said, for surfers to be successful, they always have to be prepared for the wave. They don't wait until the wave before they start preparing. So we do not want to wait until 2023 before we start preparing for it. The 3 key areas I'm going to cover in this video will be our finance, that should include our business and our work, everything that brings in money, then our personal life, then the family and friends or community. If you like what you hear so far, please subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and please get ready to contribute in this discussion in the comment section. And you know, all of these things, they are all free and they do help our channel to grow. The first thing, our finance, business and work life. The reason why I decided to start with this part, you know that because of the current economic situation, and even besides that, these are the wheels that run our life. They are almost our lives revolve around this, because majority of us know that we spend most of our working day with either our work or our business or just things that help us to generate money, because it is the finance that help us to run every other areas of our lives. So where do we start from this? Well, what should you be reviewing? First of all, I feel it's really important for us to look at our history. Where are we coming from? Just reflectively think of the year you have had. It might not have been the best year. For some of you, it might be your best year yet. For some people, it might have been a very difficult year, especially with this high cost of living. Whatever it is, don't be afraid to look back on the year and review it reflectively and critically. Put pen to paper. If it is it's good to have some notebook. For some of us, notebook is still very relevant, because when you write it there, you can always open it and see it. Unlike the electronic gadget, I know you can always open that and see it as well, but sometimes notebook can have a different feel. But always really sit down and said, if you have not set goals before, I know many of us are so used to setting goals. I like to set goals even before the end of the year for the following year. So whatever the goals you have set for your finance, for your side hustle, for your business, for your job, review it and say, okay, for example, if you are 9 to 5, you're an employee, you don't have any side hustle, just ask yourself, how did I actually do this year? How much did I have coming? How much did I have go out? Where did all of this money go? It might be very difficult for some of us that didn't really we didn't really have control over our spending. But even if you do, that is how difficult it is. Let's see it as this is a good start for you, that you want to start reviewing it. And also, if those of you who already budget in your head, start actually thinking of starting the new habit of budgeting. I'm now moving on to planning for the new year. So when you are reviewing, on one hand, review the history of what has happened this year or even the few years before. And some of you this year might have been better than the previous year. Kudos to you. then that will now prepare you to plan for the next year, how to make that even better. But those who have not started implementing some very good goals in their life, maybe good financial habit, or even the job, maybe in your job you wanted a promotion, or you wanted to change your career, whatever you are, all of these things are different. That is why it's called personal finance and personal life, so that you personalize it and really reflect on it. So if you need help in reviewing this, or you need the right tools to do them, as you know, all these are things I do in Able Mable Academy. So I will put the link in the description box and this comment section, so you can book your free consultation, which is my free gift to you for this Christmas. One of the tools that I have found particularly helpful is what we call the net worth statement. The net worth statement is what gives you, it's a very simple tool, and it's something that many people do not use as often as much as they should be using it. It tells you at a glance what your assets are, your liabilities are, and what your network is. Especially those of us who are in our late 50s and looking towards a few years of retirement, it's actually a very good way for you to have a look at how prepared are you for your retirement. So these two, when you book your free consultation session with me, will be part of the things we will discuss during that consultation, and I will give you, and then you'll be able to have access to a free copy. So that's that on business and work and finance. I'm trying to keep it very short and sweet and simple in this video. Then the next thing is your personal life. I think this is something many of us we tend to do, but we really don't reflect on it enough. Because what is the point of having all this good job, good financial statement, having all these financial plans, if we don't have the good emotional, physical, and mental and psychological health to manage it or to enjoy it? So let us also reflect. How well did we do in our physical well-being, care of this amazing machine that call our body, which is the only one we've got to live in? Even when we have the big house, big car, big everything else, this body is what we actually important, the most important part. So our emotional well-being, how are we looking after that? Our spiritual well-being, and how are we using the resources around us? How are we using every other thing around us to actually reflectively look after? So what are those good habits we should be inculcating and we should be improving on? Sit back and write this down. It's very important to make those goals. Also write them down. As financial goals are important to write down, so also these other ones are important to write down. Now, let's talk about the next big thing in our life, important part in our life. None of us are living in isolation. Some people might do, but only very few people do. Majority of us have friends, families, colleagues, acquaintances, however we want to classify them. These people are important in our lives. How do we manage the relationship with these people? Some of them might be very difficult. How are we trying? What are we doing to try and ensure that the breakdown does not get worse, or even start snowboarding, or start having a domino effect on some other people around us? So these are some areas we have to look at. I know sometimes when we are looking at this, especially when it comes to the friends and even some families, they can be a bit toxic. If we have such in our lives, how can we reflectively, or maybe in a clever way, such a dramatic way, or very, there are very clever way of moving away from this toxic relationship. where a clear cut, a clean cut is necessary, we have to, you need a mediator to try and tell that person, okay, because of this and that, I have to try and move on. Our friendship cannot be as it is. But there are some certain situations where you can just gradually reduce the contact, and that might also help. So, but while we are doing that, I also want us to start thinking of how to make a more positive friendship, how to grow our the positive friendship in our lives. Some of us, as talk, especially when you are getting much older, I find it's more difficult to make good friends and hang on to old good friends. So there are some good friends from your past or from as long as possible that are friends for life. But let us know that there are some friends that are for season, and also the next stage of your life, the plans you want to achieve for 2023. Start learning to have the right human resources around you to help you achieve that. So, for example, I find in our community of women in Ebo Mebo Academy, these are some of the things we're able to discuss, and we're able to support each other. And some people who have not really been into finance, building their first self-confidence, thinking about their pension, all this holistic aspect of their life, they are now among people of the same similar mindset. So it's very important, as you are making your plan, put your pen down and actually write down who are your key people in your life. Who is the first person you think of when you have a problem to share with somebody? Who is the first person you think of when you also have some joyful good news or positive things to share with people, to share with somebody? So these are all very important. This should help you to start thinking of your network of friends as well. If I'm allowed to use that as lack of a better word. So the net worth of your friends is also very important. It's also add value. It can also help your mental, emotional, all of these three things I've mentioned, they are interwoven, they are interrelated. So put your pen and paper down and think of all of this year, this last few weeks of the year, so that you are better prepared for 2023. If you have watched this video up to this point, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up, and please leave some comments and share. And on that note, I will say thank you very much once again, and I will see you in my next video.